Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Mr. Sparky.
Well, once again today, I'm joined in studio by Tony Zach from Mr. Sparky. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's good to be back again.
We're going to be talking about Generators 101 today.
Yes, yeah.
Give me a lesson.
Okay, so there's really two types of generators. There's a portable generator, which are the ones that you see at your Home Depots and Lowe's, where you've got gasoline typically. Some are using LP gas. Those are smaller units. They're only going to power up so much in the house. They require a lot of work for you to be able to run certain items in your house, and you need to know those loads. And then you have a whole house standby, which are the units you see outside at maybe some of your neighbor's house. They're calling it the next appliance, so they're really gaining in popularity. People don't want to be without electricity. And so those are nice because they're automatic, right? They're set, they're automatic, they come on every week, they test themselves to make sure that they're ready. And so those are the two type of backup power that we really help our homeowners out with. So if you have a portable, we'll come in and we can get your electrical panel situated to accept that and make it very easy make it easier for you to utilize a backup generator like a portable. And then we also do a lot of the whole house, which are automatic. The great thing about automatics now are that you have the ability to run your whole house without having to worry about what's going to turn on and off because everything's automatic. So we come out and we take a look at the house. We're going to find out where your utilities are, whether it's your electrical or your gas. You got to have a gas source, which is usually natural gas, which we have a lot of communities with that. We also have the propane. So we partner up with a propane provider so that we can really offer a turnkey solution. And it's important for us to get out to the house to take a look at what you need and what you want, right? So some people don't even, believe it or not, some don't even go out to the house for an estimate. And it is so important to do that because otherwise they're guessing at what you need. They're going to oversell you what you need. Whereas we're going to come in, we're going to do a comprehensive evaluation of what your needs are, what your wants are, and then we're going to size the smallest generator possible, which literally will save homeowners thousands if they would just take that methodology instead of somebody giving them a quote over the phone and guessing at what the costs are going to be, and then a homeowner may even get a big surprise bill at the end.
I was gonna say, I mean, you guys have been doing generators for a long time.
We have.
So you know what you're doing, and you're not gonna, you want the customer to have something that's going to actually provide a service for them in a really, really bad time.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And and we're big on service. We service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with our generator crew, which is important. A lot of maybe some of the big box stores, they're bringing in subcontractors. So you really don't have a sense of what I'll call family. So our generator community that we've installed for, we do everything we can to have them up and running should there be a problem. For the most part, we rarely have issues, but there are issues. But know that we're going to be out there to service them ASAP. I mean, we're going to get out there the same day if needed. If they're in a situation where they don't have power and the weather's not so inclement, like maybe in the middle of a hurricane, but if we can get out there, we're going to be out there to get them up and running. That's priority number one, especially if we put in the unit for you.
All right, if people are ready to take that plunge, how do they get started with the process?
It's real easy. You can find us online at mrsparkygs.com, and you can even book an appointment online with that. Or you can just call our office at 843-213-6610. Again, 843-213-6610. And just tell them you're in the market for a generator estimate, and we'll get out. So we'll get somebody scheduled to your time and get out there and take a look.
This story is sponsored by Mr. Sparky.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina. This story is sponsored by Gutter Depot.
Meet Bill. Bill and his family live on Elm Street. They love their house, their yard, and their trees. Well, some of the time. Meet Maggie. Maggie and her family live around the corner from Bill on Oak Street. They love their house, their yard, and their trees all of the time. The difference? Maggie has the K-Guard leaf-free gutter system installed on her home. Now she can enjoy every season without the worry of clogged gutters damaging her home's foundation, roof, and even siding. Bill doesn't have K-Guard. He still has to worry about leaves and debris clogging his gutter system and about risking his own safety to clean them out. The K-Guard leaf-free gutter system is an effective solution to every homeowner's clogged gutter problem. The durable K-Guard system consists of the hood, gutter, and downspouts, made from heavy-duty aluminum that won't corrode, but will withstand virtually any weather conditions. The system is built around the patented K-Guard high-strength hangers. These hangers are made from all-weather polymers set every 24 inches inside the gutter. They fully support the hood and keep the gutter from sagging or losing its form. K-Guard gutters are a full 5 inches wide, allowing the system to drain more water than other smaller systems. They accommodate the larger 3x4-inch downspouts to easily flush out any small debris that might leak in. The variety of colors available adds beauty and function to your home. Professional installation can be completed in 1 day for most homes. Enjoy your home the way it was meant to be enjoyed, leaf-free, clog-free, and risk-free. Contact K-Guard today for a no-cost consultation.
This story is sponsored by Gutter Depot.
Well, today we are getting messy. I am at Studio 4319. I'm with Michelle. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better now that I'm here, if I'm being honest.
Great. Well, you know.
We have had so much fun this afternoon. We have been creating and getting messy, and this is what you do every day.
Every day, all day.
All the time.
It is my favorite thing ever.
Tell me about your job and what you do.
Well, we have, it's an art studio, art playground. We have classes from 18 months all the way up to adult classes, 18 months to 101. We teach Mommy and Me classes. All of our classes are process-based art. So that means that we're not focused on the end result. We're about the process. So even with the kids, they get really stuck on that. It has to be perfect. But when you take that pressure off and say we're just focusing on the process, it takes away that perfectionist feeling and that, you know, it's okay if it doesn't look amazing at the end because everything that happened in the process was so much better.
That's the art.
Yes. Frame Your Beach. So this is a resin, and we used a variety of supplies. We have shells, this is some kind of jewelry string, and then epoxy resin is something that you would normally see that people are doing in molds. They go on the tumbler cups now. These things are epoxy resin. So now that will be permanently frozen in that position on your frame from the resin, because tomorrow it'll be hard as a rock.
And the mermaid cannot swim.
And the mermaid will be right there forever. And then you also made this beautiful coaster with some glitter and your name, and Miguel made this beautiful bowl that he's going to get to put up. And here's some other things that are the more traditional uses for resin in the arty and crafting world, but this is just kind of a next level, really more what I love because it's combining the art with the resin.
This was therapeutic for me,
Very
if
much,
I'm being
absolutely.
honest.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like you probably come across that quite a bit with people
Absolutely.
who come take classes
oh,
here.
yeah, it is very therapeutic.
Where can people find out more information about your classes?
My website is studio4319.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, and my number is 843-400-3045. We have it all. It's really amazing.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, good morning and thanks so much for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm back with Money Coach Dana Wolf. How are you?
I'm doing great this morning, thank you. You?
I'm doing wonderful. Let's talk about debt.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
What is the debt snowball?
What is a debt snowball? Well, there's two ways that you can tackle your debt when you're trying to get out of debt. The one is called the avalanche, where you're starting with a big number here and you're dwindling down to where you have a small amount left, right? Just like the avalanche with the snow. The other one is called the debt snowball method. And what we're doing is just like a snowball, how we start with a little small snowball and we attack it, a small debt, and then when that debt is paid, we're going to take that snow and we're going to add it to the other snowball and it gets a little bit bigger, right? So what the debt snowball does is it gives you momentum. It keeps you going. If you've ever had the desire to run a 15K, yes? No?
No, I have not.
No, you have not. Okay, so if you want to
Personally,
run,
no.
okay, so if you want to run a 15K, you can't get up in the morning, put on your sneakers, and go for a 9.3 mile run, can you?
You would pass out.
Exactly. So you have to start small. So you start small with that 5K, 10K, 15K. The same is true with the debt snowball method. We're going to start with our smallest debt first and get rid of that. So we're going to pay all the minimums on any other debt that we have, regardless of the interest rate, and then we're going to take everything that we got and we're going to throw it at that small debt. And when that small debt is gone, we're going to take that same amount of money and then we're going to apply it to the rest of the debt. So the money that we're putting on our debt gets bigger and bigger and bigger, just like a snowball.
I love that.
Thank you.
And you were saying this is an extremely effective method that you've seen work time and time again.
It does, because you have that momentum, because you have those quick wins of getting rid of, maybe it's just a $50 bill that you have at a doctor's office, or maybe it's a $100 credit card bill, right? And speaking of medical bills, do not be afraid to negotiate, okay? They've already been paid by your health insurance, and then you have that deductible or you have a copay. A lot of hospitals and doctors will negotiate with you so that you can get out of debt quicker if you're willing to pay up front the full amount. So if you can, get on the phone with them, the medical bills especially, and just say to them, look, I can pay you X if you're willing to forgive the rest.
Gotcha. Well, I just want to ask you too, how does it feel whenever you're able to help people get out of debt? I mean, that's got to be pretty rewarding.
It is. You know, it's stressful, and people need to know that there's hope out there. They need to know that they have someone that can encourage them. If they need an accountability partner, they can show them the way, and they can tell them, you know what, it's not too late. You can start right now, today, to reach your goals.
So obviously when people are in debt, you might only have certain revenue streams and you have a finite amount of money currently to help pay off that debt. What do you recommend to them?
Well, the first thing is to take a look at your monthly expenses. We want to know, what can we cut? What can we add to the household as well? So can we cut things and reduce our budget? Can we add more money? Is there stuff that we can sell that's laying around the house that I can put on Marketplace? Maybe if the desire is great enough, the intensity that you want to put into this to get the debt done, maybe it means picking up a side job. Uber, Instacart, something along that line. Maybe it is picking up a babysitting job. If you have a hobby that you enjoy doing, if you like to bake, I love food and I love cooking, you know, so maybe I'm going to start doing side business as a baker.
Cake decorating.
An
Etsy shop.
There you go.
Make jewelry.
It could be anything. It could be something like sewing. You know, if you like to sew, if you like to knit, crochet, if you It doesn't matter what it is. If there's something that you have in your life that you enjoy doing, let's find a way to make money doing that.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.